It would have been amazing if the moose from Brother Bear could have been in this film. Hello my fellow YouTubers and subscribers, and welcome to my latest movie review, where today is going to be a bit of a special one. Today I am going to be reviewing a film that was made by a friend of mine, a very personal film and a very personal friend. Moose on the Loose, written, directed and starring Harry Thomas. Harry Thomas Pictures is a great YouTuber. He's a great friend of mine. I've known him for quite a few years now, and we are actually close friends in real life. So, recently Harry reviewed two of my films, Interval and Question Time. The reviews for those are on his channel, should you wish to check them out. And if you want to see the movies, I will, PM me and I will let you know where to find them. So, Moose on the Loose is Harry's film, and I promised him I would review this movie in return for him reviewing my stuff. Just before we do crack on, I just want to apologise for not being on here so much. It's been such a busy time, and I've had such a difficult year in terms of schedule, and also I've had some domestic things to deal with recently which haven't been nice, but don't worry, all is good. So on we go. So the basic plot of this movie is as follows. Lucy Hoos is an aspiring filmmaker, and her best friend Jay Moss head to Maintree Woods at nightfall to film their movie for the upcoming film festival, though what they will find will change them both forever. That's the brief plot synopsis, but basically they have to go and take down this killer moose that is on the loose, and it might have something to do with the forest. And they have to basically protect the forest and perhaps transform in some way to stop this killer moose. So, Moose on the Loose. Now, I've not seen much of Harry's work. I mean, I know he's done some claymation in the past. He did a claymation of The Hobbit, which I did review many years ago. But this is the first kind of film he's made in quite a while, and he's put a lot of time and passion into it. And I actually am kind of in the know on this project because he's been telling me about it, which is great to hear. So I've heard some of the ideas and some of the things that were going to be in this movie from the get-go. My honest opinion of this film is, well done, Harry. You should be very proud of this film. Whilst I don't think that it is a perfect movie, I cannot fault the artistry that is in this film. The drawings are brilliant. Harry clearly wants to be a great animator, and I think his talent for drawing definitely shows. I mean, drawing is a huge part of his channel anyway, so it definitely feels like he's trying to imprint his own style into the movie, and that's very clear. So he's treated this film very much like he is the auteur, and I think that is definitely the most impressive thing about it. The animation and the emotion coming from those drawings is really quite impressive. The writing as well, I have to say, the script is, I don't know what I was expecting, but it's certainly a lot better than I could have imagined it to be. The character of Lucy as the protagonist, she's really cool. She's a cool girl, she's quite naive at first, and then I think she realizes that she can still be creative even though she may have lost things, and she has quite a strong relationship with her mother, which is a centerpiece of the film, which I really quite liked, and I'm glad that Harry made the effort to go for the emotion. And the ending was surprisingly touching, I have to say. It was very moving, and I almost would have liked him to kind of linger on that ending a bit more, because I feel like it was really resonating with me. Harry himself does all the voices. He plays all the characters in the film, and credit where it's due to him for doing that, because he really is like taking this all on his own. This is one of the very few sort of student, sort of low budget films I've seen where it's basically a one-man film crew, and he's even acting in it as well. Yeah, he's done all of it. He's edited it, he's directed it, he's written it, he's produced it, he's starred in it. That takes some skills. And I think Harry is someone who has a lot of skills. He's very, very talented. The drawings definitely set him apart from everybody else. And I think that, it's a good concept anyway, the script. It's quite a fun concept. But he's managed to add something which a lot of filmmakers really lack these days: heart. And without the heart, it wouldn't amount to anything. And I think that this movie has a lot of heart, and you really do care about Lucy as a character, and most of the others. That being said, I do have to be a little bit honest. I'm afraid, Harry, so please don't kill me for this. Constructively, the movie isn't perfect. I feel the technical elements are the weaker parts of the film. The editing of this movie is very jumpy, and I know Harry does struggle with editing, and I'm happy to voluntarily help Harry with his editing anytime he wants. But the jump cuts are very quick. There's almost too many jump cuts, so it's kind of hard to see the animation move at times. It definitely dampens the pace of the film a little bit. And as well, even though it is amazing that Harry does all the voices for the characters, sometimes it's a little hard to follow who is who because Harry is talking very slowly. It's almost like a robot in some respects. You see what I mean? It's a little slow and it's a little bit unnatural. I feel like the dialogue and the delivery of the dialogue is a little bit unnatural. I mean, the performances, from my perspective, aren't the greatest, but I do see what Harry was trying to do. I don't know if it was intentional to have the slow talking, but I do feel like it definitely affects the emotion at times. Sorry, Harry, I'm not trying to be cruel. It's just, watching it, noticing that. I think it would have benefited Harry to get actors to voice the characters. I think maybe in the future he could look at doing that. I can help him with that. I know actors through my amateur theatre. I'm an actor myself, so I'm happy to voluntarily help. But again, kudos to the guy for trying it on his own. It's a learning experience at the end of the day. Kudos to him for attempting this project. And I have to say, the detail in the drawings, like I said, is fantastic, especially during the climax of the film where there's fight sequences going on. That can't have been easy to draw, so there's no fault in it. The passion is in here, and he has locked himself away and drawn all these things, every single frame, for months on end, and he's done a really good job. The emotion, again, the emotion is what surprised me. The fact that he's able to get the reactions from his characters through his drawings. That's great. That shows he's really thinking about it higher level. Also, I have to admit, the sound is quite hard to hear as well. The music is a little difficult to hear, and the sound design I don't think is the greatest. I think maybe definitely the editing is kind of what lets the movie down, unfortunately. And also, there are not many credits. It's just literally written, directed, and produced by Harry Thomas, starring Harry Thomas. That's it. There's nothing else, which is a bit surprising. But then Harry is the only person that was making the film, so I can understand that. And I think perhaps as well, my suggestion to Harry, again, it's up to him what he does. I'm not forcing it. I just think that in the future, it might be worth considering having virtual graphics, even though he's drawn the logos and everything, saying, and the title cards, which is fine. I mean, if that's his choice, that's fine. He's the filmmaker. But in my opinion, it would be nice to kind of break it up. So have maybe, if you want to do a title sequence, and do the logos on a computer and then blend it together. Because I feel like it would have been visually a bit more interesting to have that distinction, because everything just cuts. So I think it would be quite nice just to change it up a bit. But that's Harry's decision. But what can I say other than this is a great fun movie, very emotive, surprisingly emotive, and I don't know why I didn't expect it to be like that, because I know Harry very well. This is not a bad place to start. I've seen way worse first films than this, and I think he should be very pleased about what he's accomplished. But I know deep down he's going to do better. He's going to do something even better than this. But this is a good template to start, and as long as he keeps thinking about the emotion and the characters, which he has done here, that's going to come through. So his story is solid and his script is solid. It's just the technical parts. That would be my only suggestion. And like I say, it's kind of hard to tell who some of the characters are. Obviously, we do have Jay. I think his name's Jay, the boyfriend who has a relationship with, who features briefly in the story. And then there's some other characters who come in. Obviously, Lucy's mother plays a huge part. And then there's this other guy that comes in. I'm not quite sure who he is, to be honest, because, again, with the voices, it's a bit hard to tell. But that being said, I really enjoyed this film, and I think Harry should be very impressed with this movie. And I think he should feel proud. So, Harry, have a beer on me, my friend, because I'm going to give Moose on the Loose a very solid 8 out of 10. Very well earned. I hope you're not too disheartened by that, Harry, because that's a very good score, and I think that anything in the future, is only going to top that, you know, because in time you only get better. You know, I know from experience that, you know, the more time you put into a film, the better it's going to be, honestly. And you've put a lot into this, so I'm sure it will be brilliant one day to see you make a feature movie, you know. and I can only imagine how amazing a feature animated film from you is going to be. So yeah, but I'm always here to help if you need any help. So anyway, that's my review of Moose on the Loose. What do you think of this film? Please comment down below, let me know. Please subscribe to Harry Thomas Pictures. And Harry, I hope you enjoyed the review, and I hope it wasn't too harsh. And stay tuned for more reviews to come in the future. So until next time, I'm Pajak's Perspective. See ya. Bye for now.